Well, in the years since September 11, 2001, many people have turned to religious and spiritual ideas to try and bring positive change to the world. Simon Cohen is the managing director of Global Tolerance. He is speaking at World's Religion After 9/11, a global congress in Montreal. He joins me now. Thanks for talking to us.
Hello.
What did you notice about religion after 9/11?
Well, I guess the first thing that I noticed was that the religion I studied at university was completely departed from the religion I saw on the television and the way in which it was described by so-called religious people like Osama bin Laden and others.
So what you're saying is what we're seeing on TV is not really about religion, but about something else?
Well, the most compelling things about people like Osama bin Laden and others is they use pseudo-religious rhetoric, things that are rooted in religion, but actually departed from the actual beliefs of religions, at least the religions that I studied while at university.
So what are people saying now that are religious when it comes to talking about September 11th?
Well, as you know, September the 11th changed everything, and when it came to religions, I think that they realized that whereas before they were quite insular and inward-looking and quite reflective, now they had to stand up because the name of religion was being used to justify these terrible tragedies. And they realized that they needed to be more proactive and set the record straight about their actual activities and their real beliefs.
So what does the media have to play in that? How does the media play a part in this?
The media is probably one of the most powerful phenomena in society, and it has a huge influence on the public's perceptions about religious and interfaith issues and spirituality. And whereas before many of the great faiths could keep to themselves, if you like, now, especially in a post-9/11 era, they realize that they need to use the vehicle of the media to drive the real and accurate picture of their beliefs and activities, and also to provide hope for the public. I think that there's been a lack of empathy between the public and the amount of inspiration that the different faith groups and communities can give. And certainly from my experience with working with the likes of Raj Mahan Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi's grandson.
Yeah, what was that like?
Oh, it's amazing. You could tell that he was just so serene, and he walked the talk, if you like, and it was a great pleasure to work with him. But when he was speaking about the war on terror and Islam, and from a non-Muslim perspective, talking about the peace-loving nature of Islam, I think he was answering a global yearning, if you like, post 9/11, about the true nature of Islam and Muslim beliefs. And thankfully, we used this powerful vehicle of the media to share his peaceful message to over 150 million people.
You know what's really interesting is about 100 years ago today, September 11th, Mahatma Gandhi, his grandfather, started the whole non-violent movement and talked about that. How do you think we can bring that message to us, so much later?
Well, it's an amazing coincidence. It really is staggering. People say that 9/11 changed everything, and 100 years ago to this day, as you say, Gandhi started Satyagraha, or the force of love or truth and non-violence. And there couldn't be a more appropriate message today. In fact, I think that the memories of the lives that were lost in 9/11, and indeed in Madrid, in the London bombings, and indeed in all of the natural disasters that have befallen us, demand us to take Gandhi's message of non-violence and show how, by standing side by side through a global outpouring of love and standing up for what we believe in a non-violent way, we can defeat the weapons of evil. And Gandhi, through non-violence, he got the dignity and the independence of India. He inspired people like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela, and it showed what he described as a higher and different weapon than violence itself. And I think that's a very poignant message for all of us to take on this day, and it's a message of hope.
How do you get that message of hope across to people that are, say, not religious or, are from a different frame of mind?
Well, I think that what this global congress you've mentioned, World's Religions After 9/11, and indeed other conferences that I've presented at and attended, such as the Parliament of the World Religions and the World Spirit Forum, they all discuss the shared values of all the great faiths, whether it be community, compassion, non-violence. And these are values that everyone can share, people of no particular faith, because we're all humans, and so we can all relate to the fact that we're struggling against these terrifying ordeals, and they don't just happen to the other or the so-called other, they happen to brother, not other. They happen to our fellow humans, and I think that it's a universal message, the Gandhian message of non-violence, and not just limited to people of a particular faith.
Simon, thanks so much for talking to us and giving us this good message today.
Thank you very much.
All this week, CBC News Tonight will be focusing on spirituality, and it's good.